have you learned? I was programmed to beat you.
shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. I'm not going to say it. Although I do want to say it, I'm not going to say it. Thank you, Chippa Sneeze. Appreciate that, buddy. Maple with the 69 by 69. Bats with the 100 100. Oh, just another great night with good friends, good company, and a great community of friends. I appreciate that feedback. I will be right back. Phoenix, how you doing? I'll be right back. And bro, B.A. Fish. I think B.A. Fish is with us. Friends, Pilot Rick, I see some of you old golfer in there. We'll get to that. I see some of you like loading up. By the way, I'm ready for pushback. So, little hint. If you guys are getting set up, ready to go, you have plenty of time because you know I'm a chatterbox. All right, see all of you.
the street lights lit this town like a fire in a blaze. Gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Tonight, we're gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it away.
I think this is a great opportunity for the Pilot Club to meet flight sim enthusiasts, to network with other developers and communities, and to promote the hobby of flight simulation.
The atmosphere is absolutely electric. Love it. If you're a beginner, if you're an expert, if you're trying to meet new people, if you want to get your hands on some pretty awesome hardware, this is the place to be. I could not recommend this enough to everyone else. This is just an awesome opportunity to hang out.
It gets together our entire hobby, everyone interested, everything from fixed wing, helicopter, virtual reality, everything in between, and brings us all to one place to collaborate on ideas and bring us all together.
It is a great opportunity if you are a serious flight simmer to meet the developers, to meet the flight sim communities, to see the new products that are coming out, to actually test them, to connect and enhance and continue this great hobby of flight simulation.
Every year we're getting bigger and bigger. There are more and more vendors here, more sim experiences to be a part of.
Oh, yeah, and who's all going to that? So I've got my ticket. I actually just got my airfare. I'm going to be flying Southwest for Flight Sim Expo, which is coming up. It's just around the corner, and I know we've got several of you. Pilot Rick, I believe, Bats, you're going to be there. Maple Leaf is going to be there. And quite a few of you. Who else? Old Golfer 67 is going to be there. Marion, when are we going to get you there? Maple, no pie in my face, buddy. Friends, welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Great to see you, in fact. Mr. TPHI, when are you going to get to the Flight Sim Expo, buddy? Need to get you there, along with you, Phoenix. Welcome, everybody. So we've got a good flight for tonight. It's not a super long flight, but it's a good flight. You know, it's not about the quantity, it's the quality, right? So anyway, for tonight, friends, welcome back to another exciting flight, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Yes, we're back in 2020. Sorry for those of you that actually ditched 2020 for 2024, but I think a lot of you are still hanging on to 2020, like with every ounce of your being, right? Until 2024 gets all the bugs worked out. But I'm getting kind of spoiled when I go into 2024 because the performance is so much better. But we are back in 2020 as we take the Fenix Airbus A320 on a Caribbean journey from Las Américas International Airport. That is MDSD. I'll put the route down there for you. In Santo Domingo. And we're going to be flying to, of course, the iconic Princess Juliana International Airport. That's TNCM in St. Martin, friends. Now, just a heads up for those that I said this earlier on, for those of you that are in the sim and you're programming your flight management computer or your MIG-2, I've already got everything programmed already. I know, right? I usually don't have it programmed because I'm like wanting to walk you all through the Winwing stuff. But I've got it all programmed, ready for pushback, because I know a lot of you don't want to just like hang around and just watch me push buttons, right, Maple? Phoenix, am I with you or not? And Phoenix, by the way, has picked up an MCDU. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that's great. Tommy Hughes is in the house, friends. Chat, say hello to Tommy Hughes. Now, again, so I'll be ready for push once I get done with my big fat yappa. But for this flight, we'll be flying over the crystal blue waters with the scenic and slightly challenging arrival. Not really. I mean, it is one of the most famous airports in the world, TNCM. It's awesome. It's an awesome flight in. We're going to be doing the RNAV. At least I'm going to be doing the RNAV 10 approach, friends. Now, for this flight, of course, we'll be showcasing a full Winwing Airbus hardware setup. I want to say thank you. We are partnered with Winwing. I feel so privileged to be partnered with such a great company. And we have to see what happens with all the tariff stuff, you know. And as they mentioned, like they have a U.S. distribution center because it's a China-based company. So if you want to get your stuff a little faster in that, I know that's a lot of things that are up in the air in that, but they did say do order from their U.S. distributor, their U.S. website. And so anyway, we are going to be talking about the Winwing stuff as usual. But again, thank you to Winwing. In fact, actually, speaking of Winwing, we may have Winwing here tonight in chat. So get your questions ready because Winwing might stop by and see how it's going during our live stream. And and chat with Winwing actually last night, and so they might stop by tonight. We'll see. There's no promises, but they did say they might jump in and say hello. And so get your questions ready, by the way, friends. But anyway, so we are going to be highlighting the Winwing stuff, of course. So we got the MCDU or the MCDU. Someone ridiculed me for saying MCDU. I'm like, gee, sorry. We got the EFIS panels. We've got the left and right one, by the way, the FCU, the Ursa Minor Flight Stick, and of course Orion pedals with the damper kit for that smooth and precise control. I do like it. Along with my TPRs, I'm still back and forth on those. Anyway, so all this adds to the immersion, of course, but we are also going to be checking out a freeware package that you can get on flightsim.to. If you want to check down below, friends, you can get it today, tonight, later on, but we're going to be flying that MDSD. That's a freeware package I've got linked below, so do check it out. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Actually, it's not a bad add-on at all, friends. And so now, with that being said, I'm going to say hello to all of you. But first, I got to show my ugly mug to all of you. I know Maple waits for it, friends. Good to see you. I am Symphonetic, your host for tonight's live stream. So as I usually do, I call you all out that are talking in chat, because I hope it gets you talking to each other, right? Talking to me, talking to each other. So good to see you, Maple. Welcome, Maple. Behave yourself tonight, Maple, right? Nate's Flight Simulator says, what up there? What's up, Nate? Good to see you here. Fenix Aviation again. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining. We got CFF in the house, friends. Give it up to CFF. Mr. TPHI, what are you doing for dinner tonight? You're probably cooking up a nice little bit of a smorgasbord, if I got you right, because you always drop that stuff into the Discord channel and What You Cooking channel. And God, I love that. Good to see you, Mr. TPHI. How's the missus, by the way? Good to see you, Captain Red Sky. And, of course, Captain Red Sky, we can always rely on to be checking out the likes and the watchers. Captain, it's good to see you here with us tonight. And, Bats, I do have LRM already running. Before you say it, my friend, I already got it going. But I do appreciate it because I know you're ready to put that on me, man. So there it is. There it is. Good to see you, Bats. Welcome to the live stream. Tommy Hughes, Engineer Tom. Give it up to Tommy. Good to see you, Tommy Hughes. And she is doing good. Good to hear, Mr. TPHI. Tommy Hughes, good to see you. And Pilot Rick. How is that wedding planning going, my friend? You got it under control. You just let the fiance, dude, words of advice from experience. Just let your future wife do the planning, and you just say, "Hon, what do you need from me?" Keeps you out of trouble, and things will go smoother, because you'll know this, and you probably already know it because you're a very smart guy, Pilot Reg. But happy wife, and you got to get used to this, friends. What is it? Happy wife. How's the saying go? Anybody know? I know, Maple, you're too young right yet to think about that sort of thing. But anyway, good to see you, Pilot Rick. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. And Old Golfer 67. Happy life. That is correct. And Maple even knows. I often thought you were wise beyond your years, Maple. Very, very good. And TPHI, Mr. TPHI has it. Icebird 757. Welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, Icebird. TJ Turner's in the house as well. And so good to see all of you. And again, Old Golfer 67, my moderator and pal, welcome to the live stream. I know you're always a fan of the commercial flights, my friend. Good to see you, man. And did I miss anyone? I kind of feel like I might have missed somebody. Let me just... B.A. Fish, is my brother still here? My brother from the same mother? We got to get Aces in here some more, don't we? By the way, Aces down, if you're lurking out there, Aces got a new computer build. So I anticipate, or rather, I expect Aces down to start joining more of these live streams. So if he's not here tonight, he's got to get in here soon, friends. We might get Aces back in with us. Because, Chipper, you've been carrying the load for far too long for the consecutive watches, right? But I don't know. Bats is doing a pretty damn good job, along with a lot of you. So good to see you all. Turn and Burns in the house. Turn and Burn, welcome. Phoenix says this is going to be good. It is, Phoenix. All right, now with that being said, let's see who all is out in the simulator. I can see Old Golfer 67. Who else is over there? Phoenix Plays. I see Bats in there. TJ Turner is in there. And I've got a few that are overlapping. Let's go zoom in on them. So after I get my Xbox controller going again here. All right, here we go. But who else we got here? TJ Turner. We got Chipper Sneeze. Chipper, how the hell? Oh, my gosh. Some of Kyle is in here. Kyle's finally going to fly with us? Kyle, how long has it been, brother? Good to see you, some of Kyle. There he is. Kyle Summers has got a nice week off here to fly along. Good to have you here. Everybody say hello to our friend Kyle. How's it going in Hollywood? Are you getting everybody on the straight and narrow out there, Kyle? Let's talk about Blue Origin later. How many have seen that shit show? Oh my, I don't even want to get into that yet. Oh my gosh, what an incredible shit show. Good to see you, Kyle. And we got Marsha in the house. Marsha, how's it going? Iceberg, I subscribe. Great, man. That's so ridiculous. Old Golfer 67 in here. Did I miss anyone? I probably should pan around and see. What can we see? Who's out there? Oh, there we go. Turn and Burn's already over there on the runway. We're going to be taking off a runway 17. And so just as a heads up, as long as nothing miss me in chat. I missed you in chat, Maple? Oh, woe is me, Maple. I'm going to have to get my 3 lumps. He says, I haven't missed one in 2 years, Maple. Come on, seriously? Is that true? Is that true? I'm going to have a fact checker here. Can I ring in, let's see, Old Golf? No, Old Golfer hasn't been here that much, because he's too busy golfing. I need somebody here that's regular chipper. Can you fact check that? Maybe we can have Bats fact check that. Maple's, I'm just kidding with you, Maple. No worries. Dude, I appreciate you being here. I do. I appreciate it, my friend. All right. So with that being said, let's jump on into the cockpit, shall we? Holy shnikes, is it loud? But like I said, I'm already ready for pushback. You know what? I was anticipating Vruden being here, and I'm ready for pushback, and Vruden's not even here. Go figure. We're at 30 right now, consecutive watchers, concurrent. Did I say consecutive, concurrent? You know what I meant. Friends, give everybody a shout out because some people are shy. They just want to jump in. That's okay. We welcome them too. They can come in and just hang out. We love them. You know, we're just glad they're here. But welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to take that route information off, and we're going to go ahead and get ready to push back here and listen to these magnificent sounds of the Fenix. I love Fenix, by the way. A320. I love Fenix. I love the PMDG aircraft. I do. I get frustrated with PMDG sometimes. I know. So do you. But Fenix, good stuff here. All right. I'm not frustrated with PMDG's aircraft, by the way. There's other frustrations with that. But I do like PMDG. I've always liked them. But we're still waiting for that 777, aren't we? 200? Anyway, friends, and it's Aviation Spotter. Welcome, Aviation Spotter. I don't know why I just did that accent. No idea. Sometimes mind and mouth get away from me. We are ready for pushback, so here we go. Parking brake verified is set, and by the way, here we go. I didn't do this, and I meant to do it, just so I can show you all the beautiful Winwing stuff. So we've got the left EFIS, the FCU, the right EFIS. By the way, Aviation Spotter, do you have these products? Have you ordered these products, Aviation Spotter? I know you're busy trying to fly the real thing, getting your ATP and whatnot, and you're doing the CFI stuff now, and wow, good stuff for you, man. Good to see you here, but have you gotten this stuff? Boy, it adds to the immersion. I love it, and I'm not just saying that because they sent me this stuff. They did send it to me for free. I did not buy any of this, but you all know I don't steer you wrong. I'm going to tell you what I really think, and this stuff is easy to sell because it's good. Cockpit sim? Okay, we'll go on. We're just going to talk about Winwing right now. We do have the add-on for ProDesk Sim for the Airbus, and I've got that add-on. Again, thank you to ProDesk Sim. This is actually the best add-on I think they have so far. And then if I can move my camera, here's just to prove I have it here. Here's the McDo unit. Sorry, I'm not really zoomed out. Do I need another camera? God, no. I've already got too many cameras, honestly, as it is. Winwing is great quality. I agree, Phoenix. Thank you for vouching for me, because I wouldn't lie to you guys. Trust me, all right? And then, of course, I've got my Winwing Rudder Pedals. And how many are you excited about the Taurus force feedback stuff, like with the pedals? I would really hope. Maybe I can try to get there when it comes out, that full TCA Boeing. Not TCA, geez, excuse me. Their full Boeing, they don't call it the Boeing, but their full Taurus Boeing yoke, the full size one that goes all the way to the floor. I'm not going to get it. I doubt it. I mean, that's probably going to be like $1,200 or more. But, I could be like, put on my smiley face and say, Pretty please. Yeah, it won't work, I know. But I'm going to put those cameras down below. And Mustang 302 is in the house. Mustang 302, how's it going? There shouldn't be the question of another camera. I guess I could fit a few more. I could fit at least 4 more cameras right down there below, right? Oh, gosh. No, I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. Oh, Flightsima is in the house. Shane, how the hell are you, my friend? Good to see you. Shane says that's all we need. Symphonetic with a full Boeing yoke will take 2 hours to start the APU then. Shane, how are you doing? Everybody say hello to Shane, Mr. Oz Flightsima. Who do we owe the pleasure? We got Oz Flightsima. We might have Winwing joining us later on tonight, so we'll just have to wait and see, but we love it when we have our good friend Oz show up. Oz, good to see you, buddy. Okay, now back to the program. All right, so we got the parking brake is set. We got that set. I can see that right over here. Look at Oz. I'm already ready to push back, man. I'm already pushed back. Hopefully everything goes all right, you know. Not like the last week when I had the thing happen with the autopilot disabling in FS20 and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Do you all see that? God, that was embarrassing. As Maple would say, embarrassing. Okay, external power. Let's go ahead and verify that's off, and I do believe it is because it will say available, and it does, right? Yeah, right up here, external power available. Living the flight sim dream. That's awesome, Shane. Love that. All right, and so APU bleed is verified on, and we can see that it is on right there. It's on. Seatbelt signs to on. Let's go ahead and we got to tell Maple to put on his seatbelt because he breaks rules. We know this. And then the beacon, we can go ahead and get that turned on, my friends. So let's go ahead and get ready for the show, my friends, my pals, my amigos. There we go. On. Beacon on. Just go jump out here. And we still got all the stuff on the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop over here. We're going to go to our EFB, a much better EFB than maybe someone else. I'm not going to say names. All right, but we're going to go over here and go to the Phoenix. We're going to go to ground services. GPU can come off. Chocks and cones can come off. And there we go. So we're set. And then let's go ahead and connect the tug, and we'll start that. And here comes the tug. Is Brett in here? Hey, Brett, what's up, man? Brett Plays is in the house, friends. Welcome, Brett. Good to see you, Brett. Cheers, brother. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate you joining us. I got to give you a little crap, though, Brett, because I noticed I was looking at somebody drop in the next... Thank you, Bats, the exclamation BP. I was checking the other cool content providers on your channel. I've got you, and I've had you listed for a long time, and I didn't see us on your channel, so what's up with that? No, I'm just kidding, man. But anyway, Brett, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being here, brother. We always love it when you join us, and everybody check out Brett Plays' channel. He has a great channel, and he does all kinds of fun things, you know, and he does Brett, you always, like, try to fly, like, a lot of the warbirds and stuff like that, and I know we do that from time to time, but Brett, definitely appreciate you being here, and do check out his channel along with, did somebody do, yeah, somebody did AFS. I knew I could count on you, Bats, to do the AFS there. Do check out Shane's channel. Everybody here has done it. Everybody here is a member of Shane's channel, of our good friend All Flight Simmer, right? Everyone. But, you know, just in case there's a person that isn't, just shout it out, because we love Shane. Mrs. T-Page I-17, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us, our friend. The mister was here. You better be on your best behavior, Mrs. No, it's the other way around, isn't it? All right, let's go ahead and turn off the parking brake. And Colonel Indiana Longnuts is in the house. Everybody welcome the Colonel. Colonel, saw you over on our friend, another friend of ours, is Old Grumpy. But good to see you, Colonel. Thanks for joining us. Symphonetic, is this first JetBlue flight on the channel? I think it is. Actually, great question, Aviation Sporter. I think it is. No worries, Brett. I'm just giving you a hard time. I am just totally giving you a hard time. I just had to. I saw you here, so I just had to. All right, let's go ahead and stop the pushback. You seriously don't need to do that, brother. I'm just... Hey, if we can give Oz Flight Simmer a hard time and you guys give me a hard time, it's all in good fun, right? All right, let's go ahead and pull the tug away. And there we go. Did you receive an email from PMDG? I have to go back and check about, like, what, today or what, Oss? I haven't checked my email today, so if it was sent today, then I haven't had a chance. I got home from work, and it was, like, straight to getting everything set up. Okay, it was from today. I'll have to check. Appreciate you mentioning it. I'll check it. Maybe I'm one of the lucky ones that get a preview or not. I'm not holding my breath. But appreciate you mentioning that, Shane. I'll have to check that out. All right. So did I put my parking brake on? No, I didn't. I get my parking brake on. All right. So we got the planes pushback. Again, friends, welcome to the live stream. Thank you all for joining. It's so cool. We got 39 here. We got our good friend Oz Flight Simmer. We got Brett Plays. We got the Prime Time 2. Prime Time 2. Are you new here? Or have you been here? My brother B.A. Fish is in the house. Says, hey there, SimFans. Let's welcome my brother. Really, my real brother. I know I call a lot of you my brothers, but this is actually my blood brother from the same mother. Brent, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I'm trying to see if we can get Aces in here. He got a new computer, new setup, so now I have an expectation he can start making these again. But Brent, so good to see you. Love you, man. Thank you for joining. Good to have you back. I know you've been busy. And thanks. And by the way, Tyler again says thank you for dropping off. My brother built a kind of a frame for the controllers and stuff to mount on and gave it to my son. So how about that? How cool is that? Let's give him a hand. Right? My brother is an aerospace engineer. Got his master's, aerospace engineering, truly a rocket scientist. But Brent, it's good to have you here. Thank you for joining. All right, so next thing we got to do is, and where the hell was I? Okay, we got the beacon on, we got the pushback done. Engine mode selector. Let's go ahead and get these engines lit up, and let's check out these sounds. All right, engine number 2, let's go. JetBlue, it is. I think it is the first time aviation spotter for JetBlue. Flight Simmer says, okay, mum's the word.
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh, there we got the cabin crew. Nice. Oh, Brent, you missed it probably. I got my plane ticket. So it's 2 stops. That's the only thing that sucks. So I got to go from Des Moines to St. Louis, from St. Louis to Baltimore, from Baltimore then to Providence. But I did get that. Are you a definite no-go, BA Fish? That's those sounds. I really wish you'd reconsider and come because it's so fun to have you there. But I know it's probably work and the money and all that stuff. But look at everybody out there. But it's so much fun to have you there, Brent. Let's see. Let's see. Aviation spotter. Just imagine we're repositioning the aircraft, Maple. There you go. Brent, you said probably, like, as in probably not going or probably going? No, I get it, man. You've gone to the Houston. You went to last time it was at Las Vegas. Does it have to be in Las Vegas for you to go? Is that the thing? Is it the problem with that's the destination? Have you been to Providence? I hear Providence is beautiful. All right. All right. So we got the right engine started. There's no fault as we can go ahead and start engine number 1. Let's go ahead and do that. And here are the pumps for transfer right here. Probably not. But you're still saying probably, so there is a chance. I gotcha. Like 1 in 100? Or more like 1 in a million? So you're saying there's a chance. I read you. It's effing Rhode Island. Yeah, but we can go over and we can harass Aces. He's like in the backyard, right? Oz Flight Simmer says, Symphonic for everyone who has been asking about the Winwing McDo and PFP dust covers. They are going really well and will be out within a week. Fantastic. That is awesome, Shane. Actually, somebody drop in a exclamation FSM. Shane, feel free to do that. Do check out the wonderful products from Flight Sim Mods, and we want to do a thank you for Flight Sim Mods actually partnering with us as well, providing all of us with great add-ons for those of us that have not only the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, but also the Velocity 1. And even if you don't have those things, there's a little something for everyone, right? Like this stuff that Shane just mentioned with the covers. I probably need some covers. You know what I do, Oz Flight Simmer? I've got my wife's best sheets, right? I've got one of the sheets, and I got it spread all over all of my controllers to keep the dust off them. And she actually just reminded me that I shouldn't have that, her best sheet. but I figured, I've got a lot of stuff, and it deserves the best quality sheets. But maybe if we could have Flight Sim mods make covers for everything, well, hell, win-win, right? You'd make Mrs. Symphoniac very happy, Oz. She could have her sheet back. All right, look at everybody in here. It's looking great. We got Kangaroo. We got Kyle. Kyle, you still programming your MCDU? We got TJ Turner, Chippa Sneeze, Turn and Burn, and Marion Harris, and Marshaw, and that. Okay, let's go ahead and get ready to taxi. Enough of me rambling. Jeez. You'd think if I was ready for push, we'd be much farther along than we are, but so usually I keep flapping my big yappa. Engine mode selector can now come to normal, so we're going to go ahead over here and get this to normal. There we go, normal, unlike me. APU bleed can come off, so let's go up top here, and we will turn off the APU bleed, and so let's do that. APU bleed can come off, and then the APU and the master switch can come off. We don't see any clouds, and so I don't think we need to worry about precip and all that, so that can come on. That's okay. Auto brake to max. So we're going to go down here and set this to max, just in case we have to abort the flight. I might talk a little bit. Anybody ever see the error message about your, especially those that maybe have Winwing, the Ursa Minor, and you have this error message in your EFB? I did figure that out, Aviation Spotter, how to get that fixed. And I'll talk about that. Somebody's got to remind me. Bats, maybe you can remind me once we're up in the air to talk about that. It's a real simple fix, but I know I saw a lot of people post messages online, and everybody's like, I don't know, I disconnected a bunch of people never got it figured out. I got it figured out. I just messed with it and got it. It's a really easy fix. Anyway, somebody remind me later if you're interested in that. Flaps to take off one. We are on the flaps on takeoff one, so let's go ahead and turn on our controller here. Whoops, not the rudders, the Bravo. What I really like about the ProDesk Sim is like it has a spring action thing here, so I can pick that up, and then, oh, you can't really see this. Let me go over here so you can kind of see this. So what I can do is I can pick this up, and then I got to move my elbow out of the way, and I can do one notch right down to there, and then you can see that move. And then if we go over here, we can see the flaps moving down. I think actually as far as ProDesk Sim stuff goes, this by far is my absolute most favorite thing that they have. They also have the 777 I have, and they sent me the Airbus A380 add-on, which I haven't checked out yet. Need to do that at some point. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out when Flight Sim Mods is going to start doing some of this stuff, right? So they can give some competition to ProDesk Sim. But until then, I'm going to talk about the ProDesk Sim stuff when I'm talking about commercial, and then I'm going to talk about the Flight Sim Mod stuff because we use that for GA. But we still use this beautiful trim wheel. I would say, if anything, if you have the Bravo throttle quadrant, this is Flight Sim Mods. Grab that. Grab it. It's awesome. Okay, so now we got the flaps down, and what's the next thing here on the checklist? Ground spoilers to arm. And now here's another thing. So we still got this. If your Honeycomb Bravo still works and the Access has the connectors, there's a little wire in there. It's broken on mine. I got one of the original Bravo throttle quadrants, and so my wire is broken. So this doesn't work. But you actually, if you have a newer one, you can pull this up. See how it has the white collar? And it'll actually, you can map it to actually have this one pop up here. But I still got to do that manually. So what I do is I just do that so I can remember. It's that visual thing. Aviation Spotter, half the time I forget to turn that off. So it just helps me remember to do that anyway. So I just use it anyway, even though it doesn't actually work on my Bravo because my Bravo's messed up. But anyway, it's not messed up. It's just that wire's broken. So we got the ground spoilers are armed, pitch trim. Again, pitch trim, if we go over here. Now, I can see this on my MIG-2 as well. But if we... Damn it. Too many buttons. If we go over to my MIG-2, and you're not going to see me actually move my mouse cursor because I have my MIG-2, so I'm just going to go over here and do it. But if we take a look at our MIG-2, and we want to see what the pitch trim is, I can go to perf. And right there, you can see down 01. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this button here, flight controls. And I'm going to go up here, and I'm just going to move this to do down 1. Like, look at that. Oh, it's down 2. It's kind of sensitive. Like, is this even worth it? There we go, down 1. Like, is it really worth it? It's kind of like the V-speeds, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but like the V speeds, it's like 146, 146, and 147. Is one not really that much difference? Anyway, for the V2, apparently so. Too many buttons sounds like the old lady. All right, so we got the pitch trim is calculated. Let's go ahead and we're ready for movement here, but we got to get our strobes to auto, so we're going to go ahead and do the up on auto. We're going to do our nose lights to taxi, so one click up for taxi. Runway turn-off lights we don't have to worry about, and let's go ahead and move on over to runway 17, 17, and if we go over here, we got the Navigraph charts, which I really like. So we're going to take Charlie to Juliet, and then we're going to take Alpha to runway 17, so we can take off 17. So we're just going to basically just turn a little bit to the right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get the tunes back on and disable the parking brake. And here we go. Oh, who's running the Symphonic livery there? Is that TJ Turner? Nicely done. Chippa Sneeze, you know I love that livery, brother. I got LRM already started, Maple. Thank you. Were you not listening earlier on? I told Bats I got LRM started, but I appreciate the reminder. So I can tell who doesn't have the, well, maybe some of you do have the freeware. Who's right there? And that's Symphonic. Look at the beautiful Symphonic livery. By the way, I'm using the Trek IR so I can move my head. Just making sure. Thank you. Thank you, Maple. No, you're fine, Maple. Thank you. B. Fish, I read that one. Aviation Spotter, if you crash on takeoff and NTSB are knocking on your door, I think it's worth it. Okay. We're all about precision here. Right? Not really. Not with me, but I know you're all about precision, Aviation Spotter. Aviation Spotter, you know what I would love to see is a tribute with you and Aces getting back into a shared cockpit and doing a live stream. That was so funny. Not because you guys didn't do a good job, because you did, but you and Aces going back and forth and you getting your high-pitched, excited voice. That was so entertaining. Like when Aces almost ran into the gate. That was amazing. That was amazing. I do have a custom livery for the JetBlue, too, that I decided to download. Look at that. Actually, I was going to go the way some of Kyle's going. Kyle's going the way I said to everybody that, and I was going to go follow TJ Turner or whoever that was. There goes Bats. Bats is going to get set up over at TNCM. We can say hi to all the people on the beach. Captain Howdy, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Everybody say hello to Captain Howdy. And again, we might have Winwing dropping in here later on during the stream, and no promises. They weren't sure if they're going to make it, but they said they might. So they were posting some stuff on my setup to their social media posts, and they're going to do a video as well. So I did see that they posted the setup that I have on their channel, which was really cool. I know some of you have far better setup than I have, but I'm not going to complain about my setup, because I am very fortunate to have what I have. Captain Howdy says, been a while already, but hello, it's good to see you, Captain Howdy. Beginning to think that I pissed you off. I don't know. Where's Captain Howdy been? Busy like so many of us, right? Thanks for joining us, Cal. I got like several of my moderators tonight. I got Bats, I've got Osflight Simmer, I've got Kyle, I got Aviation Spotter, I've got Captain Howdy, I've got Kyle in here. What a special treat this is. Aviation Spotter, by the way, you missed it, but Captain Red Sky, was Captain Red Sky or who said it? It was, I think TPHI, Mr. TPHI said, what a great job you do on the intro video. Did you put, I know you're super busy because you're training to be a real airline pilot, but I was just kind of wondering, did we put the new trailer on hold? I know you're spending time on it already, and I'm just like so excited for it, but I can wait. Brett Play says, so 4 is enough now that sock condom cam is on. Thanks, Symphonic. Oh, there you go, Brett. Leave it to you, man. I certainly don't need more video cameras, right? Let's go ahead and go outside here. I think I have enough. I actually have... how many do I have? I have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've got 5 video cameras. 5 cameras. I think that's quite enough. Or 4. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I have 4. I have 4. Can't count. There goes N911. Look at everybody. Look at everybody. All right. Kyle's up ahead. TJ Turner up ahead. Let's see here. Captain High says, Symphonic, I'm always here. I think you're confusing me with Ace. Oh, maybe that's what it is, Captain. My bad, Captain. Look at a little turn and burn going in the A319. You know what I really like is the 319. The thing I love about the Fenix aircraft is they're all different. I mean, you get the 319 or the 320 or the 321. They all definitely have different flight characteristics. Like the 321, I'll freaking float that sucker all the way down the runway, right? Where the 319, I can nail that down like I'm applying the PMDG 7.3. The 320, somewhere in between. Captain Red Sky says, what? No prizes today? Yeah, I gotta get better about that. Hey, I already said I'm gonna have a giveaway for Cockpit Sim, the 737 MCP. It's a $600 piece of hardware. I just got to figure out what is the amazing thing we're gonna do for that giveaway, right? And I still gotta get a video put out there. I did an unboxing, and I need to get a review video put out there and compare it with the Winwing before I give it away. But anyway, that's coming. That'll be a huge giveaway for some lucky simmer in here. Of course, if you have an Xbox, it doesn't work. Sorry, Maple. You gotta have PC for it. I'm not giving away my PAP 3. Nope, not going to give that away. I'm not going to give away my... Sorry, friends. I'm not going to give away my PAP 3. I'm not going to give away my FCU or the EFIS, because I use them like every week almost. Rub it in, why don't you? Sorry, TJ. Yeah, you're on the Xbox too, aren't you? I'm sorry. We'll figure something out for you Xbox simmers, right? That can work for both PC and Xbox. Look at this. Caribbean flying. We've got Bats already up in the air. N911, good to see you again, N911. Thanks for joining us. Turn and burn up there already. TJ Turner set to take off. We're number 3 for departure, by the way. Some of Kyle rolling right now, taking off. And it's so good to have Kyle. Kyle is flying the air. I don't know if you're having the Air Canada, but I'm guessing maybe the Air Canada livery, or that's the one I'm showing because maybe I don't have the livery you're flying. That guy is in the house, friends. Welcome that guy to the channel. Good to see you, that guy. So we watch Kyle take off here. Kangaroo, boing, yoing, 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 is ready back there. Kangaroo, thanks for joining us. Our other Aussie friend. Hey, Mr. Symphonetic. Shane, by the way, when is your next... I was just doing Shane there, by the way. Actually, a better impersonation of Shane than he can do himself, actually. But if Shane's still in here, when are we doing... I just said to Brett, like, we're going to have to do a triple live stream, and I'm just going to have, like, Shane and Brett figure it out, because, like, I've just been so damn busy. Not like those guys aren't busy, but I've been just too damn busy to, like, get something scheduled with you guys, so got to figure it out. Maple says lies. I also got to do a long haul flight with y'all. I did say threesome. Very dangerous to say, Brad. I know. I just lost monetization in 2024. Maple says, Brad, are you flying? You're flying 2024, right? Not Sunday morning, apparently. There you go. Bats. Bat says 3-way. Yeah, baby. Let's do 3-way. What the Chipper sneeze? Chipper's trying to crowd me. Chipper sneeze is like inside my cabin. All right, let's go ahead and get the strobes going and the land. Let's go ahead and music off. Landing light, strobes, nav 2, wing light can come on. And let's go ahead and do takeoff lights, and I'm going to miss my turn here. Nope, I'm not. Chipper is pulling a TJ. He is. He is. In fact, runway turn-off lights can come on. Take that, Maple Leaf. We don't need turn-off lights on right now, Symphonetic. He's always on my case about that. When I used to turn on my, and he was right, actually. But I turn on my, run my turn-off lights when I was departing the gate. So I just, Oz, wouldn't you agree that it's good for Maple to get shit? I mean, it's good, right? It's good to give him some crap, some grief. He deserves it, and he loves it. He loves the attention. Learn how to fly the Airbus. I'm trying, Maple. All right, we're getting in position, and I'm going to run through the checklist really quick just to make sure that we have everything ready and to set. And I know because your aviation spotter is here, I am going to go toga. Toga. Okay, so terrain ND. So we're gonna, we don't have to worry about terrain, but I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on anyway because it's the checklist. We might have to. TNCM, if we had to do a go-around, there's terrain we'd have to worry about. Weather radar to on, so we're going to go down here. Weather radar on PWS, that's pure predictive wind shear. I usually go 2. Anyone else do 1 on the weather? I always go 2. Predictive wind shear and then the TCAS. So we got to get our TCAS set, so we're going to go TARA. I forgot to hit the run. Damn it, I always forget that. Chronometer can come on. You're supposed to hit run when you start the engines, I believe, and I always forget to do that. Emmett the Nemesis is here. Good timing, Emmett, because we're taking off, buddy. We're ready for takeoff. Ready for takeoff. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm sure I am. Takeoff configuration test. See? Aviation spotter. I did forget something. Let's go over here and make sure when we hit that, everything looks green, and it is. Lights are green. Trap is clean. We are ready for takeoff, friends. Here we go. 40%. And we're going to go out, take off to the left. Here we go, 40%. Release parking brake, and toga. And these, I love the ProDesk Sim because it's got the little, oh God. It's got the little, thank you, I'm sure that was Captain Howdy, by the way. It's got the spring-loaded little metal balls that hit the detents, so it feels all natural and stuff. All right. I just said metal balls. Bad thing to say with all of you, I know. Never say anything that you guys can take in a wrong direction. Time to rotate, and here we go. Rotate and up in the air, and here we go. Landing gear up. Notice the LEDs are working. And bravo. So you can see these LEDs light up. We're going to go red to green. Love that. I do have a video for those of you, or not green, but red and then turn off. Let's climb. All right, we're going to go to climb. Now, see, now I can drop this down 2 notches, which I love, and like right there. There we go. Had to get it in the right notch. All right, let's put that nose down a little bit. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on the FCU. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go autopilot engaged, as you can see right there. Autopilot's now engaged. See the green lights on, and we are golden. We've got the arc set. We're at 10. I'm going to switch this to 40, and then I like to have the right one at 80, so I can just use my EFIS, my left and right, just to control those, and I just love that. Just so easy, adds to the immersion. Okay, let's go ahead and bring our flaps up.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end.
Flaps are up. Okay, and next thing we want to do is clean it up. Now notice I still have this up, so it reminded me, I saw the little white collar here. So even though that doesn't actually work because of my Bravo throttle quadrant, that wire being broken I mentioned, I get to remember to put that down, and I'll click that down. So it's at least a good reminder as I'm trying to clean up the aircraft here. And it makes Aviation Spotter proud, right? By the way, transition altitude, if I know this, if this is right, it's 170, flight level 170. Is that right? It seems so weird to me. Flight level 170. Boy, I have to tinkle, by the way. Aviation Spotter says it does sound cooler. Awesome. Aviation Spotter says Symphonic doesn't even know what you're talking about, though. Oh, wait, somebody said something. Bat says CFF 121. We are in 2020, so Symphony can play with the jump seat all he wants. Nice, nicely done. Boy, I put that short of that happening, and it's already like it went up to like 1,200 or 1,400 views. We want a tour. All right, well, we'll get up to altitude, Bats, and we'll do a tour. We'll do a tour, my friend. We'll do a tour. Mrs. TPHI says, zip the lip, right? It's flight level 180 CFF. I know, but I like, it said on my MCDU, it said flight level 170. And then I actually like looked it up, and for a flight from where we're leaving to TNCM, it actually said the transition altitude is 170. I have never heard of that before. Ever. Brett Play says, I think it is an open chat here, Mr. TPHI. Let her loose. Hey, there you go. Last time we did a tour, it didn't. We spent the whole entire time. I had to hand fly it, and it was wonky the whole time. And you're all great friends trying to help me out, and we never got it figured out how to re-enable the damn autopilot. So we just hand flew it all the way in to, where were we flying? DFW? I don't even remember, but I'm not even going to touch it. I'm scared. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it. Ah! Not going there. Not doing that. Not doing it. No way. No frickin' way am I touching it. The seat doesn't bite. No way am I touching it. What are we touching? Oh, it's the Mr. TPHI. It's this, or Mrs. TPHI. It's this thing. Last time when I was doing in 2024, there seems to be a bug. So when I hit this, it tripped something, and I could never get the autopilot started again. It never started again. So I'm just like, nope, I'm not touching it. Not even going to go there. Not even going to go there. So I just leave her alone. Leave it alone. Just best to leave her done. Leave her alone. Don't even touch her. Don't even touch her. But we'll get up to cruise altitude, and then I'll tinkle, and then we'll do a cabin tour. Since that, I'm going to turn that. That's one thing. The freaking engine sounds are just like louder than snot. Not that that's a bad thing, because they sound awesome. Look at this thing. Are we above 10,000? We're above 10,000. Let's go ahead and clean her up. Let's go ahead and turn off the landing lights, and we're going to go ahead and turn off the nose light. The fudge. Down to Chinatown. Runway turn off lights can come off. Wing light can come off. And I think I got her cleaned up. Did I miss anything, Aviation Spotter? Hey, Gav. How's it going, Gav? It's good to see you, buddy. Welcome back to the stream. Everybody give a little shout out to Gav. Gav in the house. Good to see you, Gav. Gav says, what's this, a AFS hideout? It can be, Gav. Yeah, for sure. Many of our good friends from Oz Flight Simmer can come on over and join us. We had, Gav, I don't know if you saw, I don't know if Oz Flight, he's still lurking, but Oz Flight Simmer is here, by the way. We're going to have Winwing maybe drop in, too. Do a little shout out, so get your questions ready, and please don't ask how much is the Boeing yoke going to cost, you know, the Taurus Boeing yoke, because last time I asked that when Winwing was here, they disappeared. Like, we don't even want to get roped into that one. Ask Maple. I'm the chill guy that won't call you out on every small thing. Yeah, exactly, Aviation Spotter. Maple does, because it just makes Maple feel more important. We know this. We got Mexican Aviator. Say hello to Mexican Aviator, friends in chat. Welcome, Mexican Aviator. Good to have you here. Mexican Aviator says, hey back at you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. I think you're new here, right? Welcome. Good to see you. Good to have you here. As we're doing our flight, we've got the, again, and just bring up the, I might as well use these cameras since I've got them. So we've got the FCU, we got the left EFIS, we got the FCU, and the right EFIS Winwing gear all the way here. That rhymed. I didn't even mean for that to happen. Wow, that turned out well. We've got the ProDesk Sim add-on for the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant with the Flight Sim Mods trim wheel, which I do recommend. We also have, and I got to use this camera, we've got the MCDU, and I'm not doing a very good job. I can't zoom out. But we have the MCDU, as you can see here, the beautiful, awesome thing. I mean, this thing is amazing. What is it, $135? Worth every single penny. I get that not $135 is not just pocket change to many people, but if you can afford it, I can't. The hell do I do here? I can't recommend it enough. Get my damn thing. Okay, there we go. And then, of course, last but not least, we got the rudder pedals. I do have the damper kit that I'm pointing at with my big toe, Mr. Big Toe. And it does that. And you can actually, there's a little dial on it that you can actually add to the resistance when you're using it. And it believe me, you can make this sucker stiff as can be. Nobody comment about that because I know you all have perverted minds, right? But anyway, great stuff, wonderful stuff. And there's Oz Flight Simmer. Gav says, hey, Oz Flight Simmer, what wonderful things do you have in store for us later? It's a good question, Gav. He just mentioned there's some stuff coming from Flight Sim Mods, like covers for your Winwing gear. So, very cool. Hopefully Winwing are able to somehow keep the price down for their USA customers. Yeah, I know, right? Although I heard that some of the tariffs are going to be reduced. Or the anticipation is that tariffs are going to come down. So, let's hope so. Aviation Spider says, welcome, Mexican Aviator. And hey there, Carlos. Who? I missed Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Carlos says, hello, aviators. Hello, Carlos. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, you guys. Little shout out to you. All right. Let's see. What can we see? Oops. Oh, I didn't do the... okay, I got to do it. All right, let's go to the FCU. We got to go to our standard transition altitude pressure. So I'm going to turn on the FCU. Is this thing on? Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, 3. Does this say STD? It doesn't say STD, does it? I can't do it with this. It doesn't say STD. Okay, never mind. You're going to have to come and join us. For those of you that are new to the stream, you're going to have to come join us when we're flying the Boeing. But anyway, we're going to just go ahead and pull out. We're going to pull this out to get... Well, there's the STD. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Syphilis. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Syphilis. STD. Of course, that stands for standard pressure. I'm a child. I got to do it sometimes. Although I didn't even see that we didn't even have TNT here, so definitely should pull out. I can't take you guys anywhere. I can't take myself anywhere, for that matter, right? I can't even take myself. I know. I'm the root cause of this of these shenanigans. Actually, speaking of shenanigans, where the hell is Tulshi Draco? Seriously. I mean, Oz Flight Simmer, you make these guys like moderators, and then you make them moderators, and then they not all of them. I mean, obviously, Bats is here all the time. We got we've got you, Oz, here that's here all the time. I've got our good friend, Kyle is. I mean, Kyle's just grandfathered in, and Aviation Spider. But it's like you make them moderators, and they disappear. It's like, where'd they go? I'm just giving my moderators a hard time, by the way, friends. Absolutely give them a hard time. I know we're all busy and we have lives, right? All of us. I know that as well as all of you do, man. Grandpa Kyle. There we go, Grandpa Kyle. We love our moderators, don't we, Shane? We know they have lives. They got families. They got jobs. They might be going all over the world, recording actors and actresses like somebody here. Like maybe they're busy flying gliders with their family. Aviation Spider says, we have Maple. I hear he wants to be a mod. Does he? He's never mentioned being a moderator to me. So I don't know about that, Aviation Spider. He's never mentioned being a moderator. I don't think he has any interest at all. Johnny Mon 211, hell of a guy. Welcome to the live stream, Johnny Mon. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Johnny Mon. Hell of a guy says, hello, good people. And yes, we do love our moderators. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Welcome, Johnny. Johnny, I'm going to guess that you're working because you're always working. Speaking of busy people, Johnny Mon's going to be a flight. Hey, Johnny, did you see that I booked my flight? So I was telling all of our friends here in chat and that are flying with us tonight, I am going to be flying out of Des Moines. I got to be at the airport. My flight leaves at frickin' 5:25 in the morning. I fly into St. Louis on Southwest. I've got a 1.5 hour layover. I could have done an earlier flight and had a 35-minute layover, but I was just like, you know what? I spent the extra $50 to have a little more time between my flights because I didn't want to have the damn thing where there's a problem with the plane and I'm a little bit late and then I miss my connecting flight and have to hassle with all that BS. So I love direct flights, but I just don't have it. So I'm flying into St. Louis, hour-and-a-half layover. Then I fly into Baltimore, Washington, and I have a 2-hour flight, but I land there at about 11:55. I'm talking about FS Expo, by the way, friends. So some of those are just joined us. They're like, what the hell is he talking about? Flight Sim Expo, friends, right up there. So then I fly into Baltimore, BWI, and I have a 2-hour layover, but it's fine because it's like at almost noon, almost at midnight. It's almost noon, and then I can have a beer, orange whip, if you will. I can have a beer, and I can have some lunch, just kind of chill, and I'll get into Providence at approximately 3:35. I can't even check into the hotel until after 3 or 4 anyway, so I'm like, well, whatever. I'm just going to take it kind of casual. Providence, baby. That's right, Johnny. That's right, brother. Absolutely. Providence, baby, is right, my friend. Aviation Spider says he's just talking about his schedule. He's a real airline pilot. There you go. I'm just a real GA pilot. I'm not like you, Aviation Spider. I had aspirations and dreams to one day be a commercial airline pilot, and I was starting to work towards that, but I had family and stuff turned around for when I'm in IT, where I was working, and things are looked up from where I was, and so I just decided to stay in IT. When you getting current? I am getting current soon. I don't know when it'll be soon. Or are you asking somebody else? You're probably asking somebody else. I'm not current, by the way. Yeah, I got to get current. I do. Actually, my daughter, it's looking like she's going to be going to Michigan, or at least the University of Michigan, for her musical theater program. So I will get current because I'm telling you what, I'm not going to frickin' fly 9.5 hours all the time to see her. So I'm gonna get current here soon. What's 6156, 6157? What's that? Talking about a driver version? Beer sounds good, like a great plan. There you go, Carlos. There you go. I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, buddy. Beer is good. Beer is really good. Although I got to watch how much, Carlos, I got to watch how much beer I have because it starts to kind of work my stomach outward and my belt starts getting a little bit tight. You know what I mean? Got to watch those carbs. I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody's chemistry is different. My chemistry says too many carbs equals fat face for Symphonic and fat ass is what a lot of carbs do. And so I love my beer. I actually brew beer. Carlos, I've brewed my own beer. I do. I've even done all grain. Not even like the have a already the partial mash stuff. I do all grain. I haven't done it for a while. Oh, FAR 6156. So is that where it's at now? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got to get current on that. Boy, that just goes to show how out of currency I am. Didn't even know what version of the FAR we're at. Anybody would know what FAR stands for? Federal Aviation Regulations. So yeah, I gotta get current on the FAR, my friends. Yes, it's changing a lot. Oh, great, thanks. That's great to know. Aviation Spotter, it's changing a lot, so I can't wing it. Get it? Wing it? Sorry, that was horrible. I know, it's terrible. That was really bad. Really bad. That's almost right up there with our good friend Ace's dad jokes, right? Terrible. And we're not even up to cruise altitude yet. Easiest way, take a bunch of wings classes, then take 3 training flights. There you go. No dad jokes during the stream, please. That's fair, Johnny. That's fair. Look, we can see the moon. Oh, I'm just like I'm on Blue Origin. Look at the moon, everybody. I'm an astronaut. What the fudge was that all about? How many saw that? With Katy Perry and I don't know, like all these gals that get on, they got their hair flowing and everything. And what did we do? It was like we just picked up real astronauts, like you know, whether you like Elon or not, but went up there and got the real astronauts who've been like stranded on the International Space Station for how many months? 6 months or whatever it was. Do you feel the love? Just so corny. And you know, and that male and female astronaut that came down, nothing on them. That we watched them land, nothing on them. But then we get to see Katy Perry kiss the ground. Okay, that was a complete knockoff of what was it, Apollo 13? And then taking the little gimmicky things, that was Apollo 13 too. Absolutely stupid. They are not astronauts at all. They don't deserve to be called astronauts. You know, we have real astronauts that like Buzz Aldrin.
First time flying with this vibrant group and having a blast.
Sorry, I'm going
the
off.
Entire community, including mods, for everything.
Let's give it up to Marshaw. Marshaw 13, thank you so much for joining us and dropping in the $5 dono. Friends, give Marshaw a congratulations and it's blue skies. Marshaw, here's some love for me to you on your message there. Thank you so much for the 5. I haven't done this for a while, Marshaw, so you got me going. Friends, that's the Symphonic Shuffle. I don't do that hard anymore. So, Marshall, thank you again for the $5 dono. Appreciate it, brother. But anyway, Blue Origin, let's talk about that later. But I could just go off on that whole thing. It is so stupid. I mean, it's just like, can we just stop with that? The Hollywood stuff with like the start, like Hollywood, just do your thing, act well, do great writing, do your stuff. Quit trying to be like, well, this is for feminism and to moving forward because we made an accomplishment. No, you didn't. You didn't make an accomplishment. I'm sorry. But we all see through the bullshit. All of us in here, everywhere, even all over the place. It's just like, it's just so bad. It's such a PR bad move. Anyway, I will stop on that because if those of you are like, what is he talking about? Just go look up, Blue Origin and, what was it? What was the spacecraft? Now, I should know this because it was one of the astronauts. And they're talking, somebody's going to remember. They're going to put it in chat. Anyway, just go, actually don't look at it. Don't look at it because it's horrific. Horrific, CFF. CFF says, given I used to do work for Blue Origin, I'll pass on your comments to my coworkers. Thank you. Thank you, CFF. Did you really? Hey, by the way, CFF, I was just talking about B.A. Fish. He was in here. My brother has his master's in aerospace engineering. He is literally also a rocket scientist. And it's really a disservice. Like the amount of training and, risk that real astronauts have gone through, not just taking a joyride up for the very rich for like, what is it, $150,000 for a deposit just to get on the air, but it's more than that. Some speculate it could be $1 million. Some speculate it could be less. Like, obviously, something none of us can do. And then we're supposed to, like, listen to these gals that come down and say, oh, yeah, well, we accomplished something for women. And you just see, like, all these women that are just like, really? No, you didn't, which is just, like, refreshing to see, right? Anyway, I need to stop talking because I'll just get myself worked up. Space tourism for rich people is a reasonable way to make money. Yeah, right, CFF. God. So bad. So bad. Phoenix says, not to mention it's a 3 effing minutes in space. Yeah, that's the other thing, Phoenix. It's like they were up there. What was it, 11 minutes? Was it 11 minutes that they flew up? And 3 minutes, like you say, that are actually in, like, G-free, gravity-free, that they could do this. And, like, Katy Perry's just taking pictures of herself. Really? You're taking pictures of yourself with a daisy. And then when they look out the window, it's like, I don't know. It just was so bad. It's just so bad. That's where we're at today, friends. That's where we're at. What about Sally Ride? I don't know. Valentina. Oh, yeah. It's right above the Carmen line. Yep, there you go. That's what it is. Where you get the 0G. Yeah. So stupid. You know what? And Katy Perry sings up there. She has like a new album coming out. Now, if any of you like Katy Perry, I'm not saying that she's a bad person because I'm sure she's a fine person, but it was just so cheese. It was just so cheesy. So cheesy. And then who's Oprah's friend? who's Oprah's friend? Gail. What's her last name? And she was talking about like, well, we're astronauts, and we did the same trajectory as other astronauts. We should be called astronauts. Now, I get there's some risk there, right? But I'm pretty sure even if that effing rocket blew up, that phallic end ejects, and there's 3 parachutes that come out, and it only takes 1 to actually safely land them. And I'm pretty sure that even if the rocket exploded, they could come back safe. There's risk, right? I'm not saying there's no risk, but let's not overdo it, people, right? Let's not overdo the whole Blue Origin female gals going up into space, and then they're trying to say that it's advancing other women's careers or their dreams. It's all bullshit. We all see through it. We all know it's bullshit. Let's call it what it is. And it's so refreshing to see everybody from both the female side and the male side all calling it bullshit. Hell, even Hollywood's calling it bullshit, Kyle. And it's just like, it's such a... Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox on it, Captain Red Sky. It's time for a break. I think it is. You guys need a break from me ranting about it, but it was something that is just like, come on. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's just loading, or my sim's just going to crash. Maybe Blue Origin somebody just hacked my computer. Because I'm right now stuck. But there we go. There we go. And then everybody's going to disappear for just a moment, and then they're going to reload in here. That's probably a good cue for, let's go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. Everybody's free to walk around the cabin. Let's go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. That's to off. Bling. We're going to do this. There you go. Everybody go ahead and grab yourselves an orange whip. Feel free to walk around the cabin. I'm going to go do a bio-brack. I'm going to do a bio-brack. That's what you call it. Bio-break. And then I'm going to pour myself an orange whip, and I'll be back. And then we'll do a cabin tour. And before I do that, though, let's check the McDo. And let's... oops. Wrong button. McDo here. And let's see if we go to flight plan. How far are we from top of descent? We're still a ways out, I think. Yeah, there's top of descent at 18:02. So that's the time. So let's take a look and see what our clock is at. Not that much time. That's only 13 minutes. I better hurry. We all better hurry. All right, Aviation Spider says, oh, he turned the no smoking off. Oh, I did? Whoops-a-daisy. I did, didn't I? Oh, God. Go ahead and smoke them if you got them. No, this is not me like encouraging any of you to smoke, okay? Because I don't. Thank you for that. And by the way, Aviation Spotter, and for that, you deserve the first officer emoji award tonight, my friend, because you just called me out on turning off the no smoking sign. There you go, my friend. All right, friends, stick around. We're at 41. I want to say thank you so much to all of you for being here. We stream Wednesdays and Saturdays. Oz Flight Simmer. Captain Red Sky, CP65's in here. When did you sneak in? Can we change the subject? Yeah, we're changing it. All right, friends, I'll be right back, Bats. Hold down the fort, will ya? Like the no smoking signs, by the way. Be right back. Don't you go anywhere, because I'll know it. Be right back, friends. Thanks for sticking around. See you in a few.
Talk to you, but lately I've been doubted. Shawty when I said, grabbed a bottle and she downed it. I thought I lost my sense of pride, but recently I found it. Once again, now I'm back on this.
All right.
Walk inside the function thinking maybe I just might go. Me and your friends, really not that tight, ho.
Friends, thanks for sticking around. And now we got to get our descent data, destination data in here because we got to be getting close, right? It says 8:02. Yeah, we got about 4.5 minutes. So let's see down here. Turn that music down. All right, so we got enter destination data. What I love about this, even though you can't see the MCDU that I'm going to be programming here, but if we go over here and we look at Phoenix here and my flights, we go to our METAR, we can get some information we're going to need to plug in. So what I can actually do is I can start plugging this in down here. So for example, I hit clear, you can see that disappeared. And I'm not actually clicking because I got my MCDU, as you know. But what we're going to do is go to performance, and then we're going to zip on over to next phase. We have cruise, destination, and then here's our destination and approach. So this is where we're going to type in our QNH. So if we go over here, oops. So we got 1012. Now it does say Q and H, and I don't have that pro, so I got to do the opposite of what. Okay, so let's see here. What is? Can I change this? Anybody got the Q and H because it's changed? Let's see. That's the part that's kind of annoying. 1013, but 2992. Thank you, Kyle. Okay, so I'm gonna program 2992 just because it's. I can switch this, I think, in the MCDU, but I don't have it set to HPA. So we're going to go, so it is 2992. Wow, really? 2992. So we can type that in and put that in there. So you can see I got that in there. Temperature, 25. Thank you, Kyle. So I'm going to type in 25 on the temp. Look at Kyle. We have to give him a first emoji award, first officer. And then wins. Look at him. Look at this. Look at Kyle go. He comes back and he's like throwing it out there. Thank you, buddy. Now we got 2 magnetic and 2, so perfect. Thank you, Kyle. 700 on minimums, okay? Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So what we're going to do is, like Kyle had mentioned, so we're going to go 700. I'm going to put on the FCU. So, and I'm going to scroll over here, and so we can actually go ahead and drop this down to 700. So it's just ready. And then you notice this switch here. I can go between 100 and 1,000. My keyboard's kind of in the way, but we're going to set that to a 700 there. 2992 is 1015. Thanks, CFF. And Kyle, look at, who is that? Is that Big Steve? What is he flying? Oh, he's flying the Concorde. See, you're showing up as a Concorde because I have that plane, but I have never used it before. We've never flown on that before. That's awesome. All right. And as Kyle says, yes, 1013 is 2992. So thank you again, Kyle. And so I'm going to go ahead and drop in. Hold on. Let me find myself. What the fudge? Where did I go? There we go. This is for you, Kyle. Thank you, sir. There's your first officer emoji award for that help. Thank you, my friend. I can probably turn that terrain off. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Here, this right here, this little down arrow, that's our top of descent. So we actually have to, I think it's, I always forget this. I think it's push, right? We push, pull, but we push when we want to go ahead and follow that descent profile, I think. I don't think it's pull. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Is it push or pull? As we go over Hackvo, I love the tactile feel on these Winwing Airbus MCDU buttons. Yes, I agree. Push to let the airplane descend. Oh, thank you. Yep, push. It is push. Thank you. Aviation Spider, I'm just putting that in there now so I don't forget. But this actually, we're going to do the RNAV approach, so it should follow our stuff here. Let me go flight plan. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go. We're getting close to snooze. Big snooze fest. Here we go. Captain I says, Symphonic, we have never flown the A350 and I fly Max. I know. I still have to buy those, but I haven't seen you Call of Duty, man. The deal's the deal. You got to get Call of Duty first. We agreed on that. No, I know. I was supposed to get the others first. I'm just trying to go. Yeah. I'll turn that FCU. Well, actually, I want to have the FCU on. And so we're going to go ahead and pull this. We're going to push. Actually, we're going to push this in. So our nose right now is really close to snooze. So we're going to go ahead and push this in. And what we're going to see, let me scroll out a little bit. When I push this in, you're going to see this have a dot. Okay, so I'm going to push. Now there's the dot, and now we started our descent. And you can see our descent tape here starting to descend. This is our feet per minute. So we can see we're at 900 feet per minute, 1,000 feet per minute. And what we want to do is have that little green dot, like actually right here. So we're a little bit below the descent profile, but that's okay. So we just kind of monitor that. Our speed tape is right on. That magenta triangle, you want that right dead center like we have it right now. This aircraft can basically fly itself, which is a good thing for me. And that's the other thing that I know Aviation Spotter had to tell me time and time again. Wait, my altitude says what? My altitude says what? And we got, I didn't need to have plan. I need to go arc over here. That's why I wasn't seeing this. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here so I can zoom in out of 80. So now I got, on my right, I actually had 100. Why did I have 160 there? I had 160 nautical miles on that. All right, there we go. But I do like I can flip this back and forth. So you can see this. I can flip this back to like nav, arc, plan. We'll later go to landing system. That's what LS is. I need to remember to hit the LS button because I always forget that. Then we'll have to do the approach. We got the approach button over here. I never have to really mess around with the vertical speed unless I completely blow the approach. If I completely blow the approach, then I might have to. But right now, I think we're good. I need to get some screenshots. I haven't been getting enough screenshots here. I'll get one with you, Big Steve, in that Concorde. I'll get it with you, Marshaw, Chipper, Sneeze, and Kangaroo in the background, along with Big Steve. Who else we got? Oh, we got our friends over here off to my left. We got Turn and Burn. Get a screenshot of that. I'll post those in Discord later on, friends. Thanks for joining us. And all the rest of you, thank you for being here in chat. Appreciate it. Big Al's playing is in the house. Big Al, what's up? Big Al says, more buttons, more problems. Yes, I know, Big Al. You're so crazy. How you doing, Big Al? Good to see you, man. Got a lot of our Oz Flight Simmer friends over are here with us tonight. Appreciate it. Big Al, did you know that Oz Flight Simmer was here? He's still lurking, I think. Never did see Winwing. I sent him some videos and pictures last night, and they said they would try to hop on tonight. But they did say, in their defense, they weren't sure they'd be able to make it, so that's okay. Cheers, Big Al. Good to have you. Kyle says, Symphonic, I don't think you hit LS for an RNAV. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. God, I'm so used. Thank you, Kyle. I'm so used to flying. Thank God you're here, along with Aviation Spotter and the rest of you. I get so used to flying the ILS. I hardly ever fly the RNAV. Hardly ever do the R. And actually, the RNAVs are awesome, right? Because it just takes you right to the damn runway. You don't even have to intercept a localizer, right? It just takes you right there. You know, ILS are a thing. They're going to be a thing of the past. We all know this, right? ILS approaches, they're going to be a thing of the past soon. With all the GPS and the navigation stuff, I mean, it's yeah. And ADF, yeah, right. ADF approaches. CP says I never use ILS. I love ILS though. I get a warm, cozy, funny feeling, CP, when I fly an ILS. I just love them. Probably because I'm old school. And that's in real life. I was like doing approaches when I was working them. I never did get my CFI, but I'm gonna get that someday. NDB, yeah, the NDB approaches, yeah, man, Kyle, that's gonna be a thing of the past. You know, we got the WAS, the WAAS stuff. I mean, like the what was the airplane that went missing, friends? Was it the Malaysia flight 3? I'll make something up. 310. I don't know. The Malaysia flight that was lost. That's a thing of the past, where they just get out of radar range and it's like, what the hell happened to that plane and everybody that was on it? That's a MH370. Thank you, Kyle. That's a thing of the past. Because, I mean, all these aircraft, these commercial aircraft, are going to have WAS all on them. It's all going to be covered with GPS. Unless some of those systems fail or somebody shuts stuff off, if it would be, God forbid, like some sort of hijack situation. But other than that, like, all this stuff is just, yeah, it's not going to be radar controlled. It could happen still, right? But explosive decompression, yeah. But you'd know exactly where it happened. Yeah, after all these years, Johnny Mon, no. That guy says they had explosive decompression. Did they actually? Do we know that? Did that actually get resolved? Did that actually get solved? That they figured that out? I thought that was still like a unknown. Yeah, I mean, Kyle, you're right. Right now, there's GPS areas that are outages and stuff like that. But you know, it's a matter of time. They're going to have it all covered. Who needs a Cat 1, 2, 3, or ILS? I land the plane myself. There you go, Fate. Well, when you get into those areas that, you have that IMC where you can't see shit, and you're just like, all right, well, I got to switch to our instruments. But I like that. I do like that. Phoenix. Yeah, I'm sure they used GPS, but the problem was ATC couldn't see them. So MH370, they would have used GPS, but it was the fact that WAS stands for Wide Area Augmentation System, and so it coordinates with all the satellites. I might have said GPS. It coordinates with the satellites, and so you don't need radar coverage, like land-based radar coverage, which a lot of those hop over the pond and a lot of the different oceanic areas that track these aircraft when they're flying. So the WAS systems is supposed to basically always update but it does require the satellites for it to be updated. And so I'm not saying we're there today. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's a thing of it's going to be a thing of the past. Some of this stuff that's going to be a problem. All right, we're going to go ahead, and we notice with our FMC we need more drag, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more drag with my Bravo and of course the Pro Desk Sims. We're going to drop that down, and we're going to put our spoilers up. And I can actually right now in my hand, and you can't see this, but I can feel my Ursa Minor actually rumbling. I didn't realize I actually had the FCU still on. There we go. You're right, Kyle. I do believe you're correct that it needs 6 satellites for WAS. Yeah, I think that is correct. But, they're going to get them up and they're going to get them in space, although there's a lot of debris up in space, right? So, all right, let me get back in here and see. Nope, we don't need drag anymore. I can just look over at my MIGDO and I know I don't need drag. So we'll go ahead and take out the drag. Actually, I'm going to turn this on. We're going to pull that up just like that. And my hand feels like it's been vibrating for an hour, and it's only been like a couple. It actually has a lot of vibration and not force feedback, but it has that feedback, which is kind of nice. So if you put the spoiler on, the other thing I like about the Ursa Minor is, again, this is the Winwing Flight Stick. It is get it over the Thrustmaster. Sorry, Thrustmaster. Get it over the T1600M because it has that servo that does provide the feedback. And I like that when you put the landing gear down, it rumbles, and when you pull the landing gear up, it rumbles. It's such a nice add-on. And I also like, here, let me show you all, and I'm going to do this giveaway for the Ursa Minor for who won. We got to figure out how we do that for the last year, who won the landing challenge overall, but maybe we'll do like the top 3 and do a drawing just to make it fair or more interesting. But anyway, let me show you all what I also love about this thing is the button shape. So I bring this down. Here's the Ursa Minor. So this is the Ursa Minor Flight Stick. And here's the button shape. So what I love about this is the buttons aren't all the same. Like I've got the Thrustmaster T1600M, and it's a great flight stick. Don't get me wrong. Like the little LED here. They got the lights here, and you got the light on the inside here. But what and this is modeled, by the way, on the Airbus. This almost looks like a bats if I zoomed out right now, which I can't. But what I like is these different. I think this was a genius design, by the way. Because how many of you like map your different views or different functions within your aircraft to different buttons? Well, if you look at the T1600M, which I do have, it has actually, by the way, the T1600 on the Thrustmaster, that flight stick, their flight stick has the same sensors as some of you that are lucky enough to have the HOTAS Warthog, same sensors on it. So it's a good flight stick. But what I like is like those buttons are all the same. These are different shaped. So you remember things. So like on the right side, it has the same shapes. So I actually mapped this one to looking up on the right. You can see me hit the right, and this one to look down. And I just remember arrow up is looking up on the right side. Arrow down is looking down. Up, down, up, down. And then on this, I actually have that map to look at my left wing because it has a left arrow. This one to look at my right wing because it's the right arrow. And then like this one here, I have mapped to look at my EFB. And I can't remember, but this one actually centers my track IR. That's what this funny thing is. So I can actually set that to track IR. And then there's the same configuration on the right. I have the same circle button that I can disable my track IR. And as I mentioned, so like on the right, I have my MFD or my MCDU, my other control point there. And I just like it that, it just makes sense. And I have the trigger actually to reset my cockpit view. What did I just have? What just dinged on me? Brakes, parking brake is up. What? Why did that turn on? That was weird. We have a double mapping there. Kyle says I'll check the AIM later. AIM later? What? I could definitely be wrong. I don't know. That's cool. But anyway, I really do love their Ursa Minor, and it's like, I don't know, it's $68 or maybe it's $86, something like that, but it's definitely worth the money. And I definitely would recommend it over the... Sorry, let me get this set. I'd definitely recommend it over the Thrustmaster if you're looking for a good flight stick. Big Al says, so will you be buying a Winwing Cyber Taurus when it comes out? I'll either be buying it or begging for it, Big Al. I don't know, one of the two, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually looking forward... You know what I wish? I mean... I'm hoping I can get I'm not going to get the Boeing yoke, okay? I know I'm not going to get that from as good as Winwing is, and they're partners of our channel, and we love them. I'm not going to count on getting that from them, But they've been incredible. But I would consider buying it. It depends on what the price is, or maybe they can give me a deal. But that has the Taurus feature. There's also the Winwing Orion pedals that have the Taurus feature, right? The feedback for the rudder pedals, So it looks basically like these rudder pedals, but it has the motor or mechanism on it to give force feedback on the rudders. That would be incredible. Because think about that. I just love the fact, any of you, we were talking about Flight Sim Expo. If you've never been there, it's not only a great place to meet with all of us together and friends, but you get to try this stuff out. You get to sit down, actually feel what these controls feel like. So if you're interested in the Winwing Orion pedals, or you're interested in the Ursa Minor, or you're interested in checking out the FCU, or you're interested in the TPR pedals from Thrustmaster, you're interested in, I know a lot of you like the Virpil stuff. You're interested in, actually, I'm really excited about the Virpil stuff when it comes out with the new yoke. Very excited about that. And then everybody else, they got the force feedback yokes and stuff like that. What is it? Sim Cockpit. You get to go there and you actually get to talk to the developers. You get to try out the stuff. And so if anything, I've recommended a few people I work with, they like the aviation stuff. They like simming. They're getting into simming. You got to go there. But first and foremost, it's the people first and foremost. You get to interact with, have a few orange whips and have great community talks and stuff like that. But then you get to talk to the vendors. You get to ask your questions. You get to try out the gear. It's amazing. Winwing obviously will be there. A lot of vendors will be there. Virpil will be there. I know Thrustmaster will be there. So many vendors will be there. PMDG, I believe, will be there because, I mentioned Winwing. Yeah, there's just going to be so many. There's always vendors, a lot of vendors, and you can check it out. They've released who's all going to be there, right? It's pretty incredible. So if you can make it there, I definitely recommend it. Where am I at right now? Okay, we're still, we need some drag here. I'm like looking down and I'm talking too much because we see we're above that speed. So we need to slow her down. Get this slowed in. See that little down arrow? It's just kind of nice. You see the speed tape crouching up, so you know we're losing speed, as we can see here. Throttle's idle because we're on auto throttle right now, and you can see that because like auto throttle is showing green here. Autopilot 1 is on. And I feel my Ursa Minor shaking again. Winwing is in chat. Winwing's in chat. Oh, Winwing is in chat. Thank you, Aviation Spotter. Let everybody give it up to Winwing. Winwing, welcome to the live stream. See, I told you guys. I thought Winwing might be here. How's it going, Winwing? Good to have you here. Thank you for joining us. What's the current desktop mount you have for the joystick? That is actually, it's called T-Pin. It's like T/pin. Great question. And I love it because it's a nice, I can actually move this around. Great question, Winwing. And it works so well. Let me go ahead and put that back up here. I got so many cameras. So here, this is the T-Pin. I think it's TPIN. I got it from Amazon. I think it was like $60. What I really like, Winwing, is it has like a quick release lever. If you can see this red thing, instead of having to like screw the tension bolt on, this has like a quick release. I can just pop that off, take it off my desk, boom, I'm going, I'm back on my desk, doing my word processing and whatnot. Word processing, my God, where am I from? I'm from like the 80s, right? What just happened though? Did I hit autopilot off or what's going on? Huh. What the flop just happened? Hold on. Oh. What is going on? Alright, let's go with the Winwing. Let's go direct to Evaki. I don't know what just happened there, but I'm going to go ahead direct to insert. Let's see if we can get this thing squared away here. There we go. My God, that was weird. All right, and do you actually have a $1 mill joystick, CFFS? JP, thank you, Delt. Delt, what's up, man? Delt Gam 88 is in the house, friends. Tetley's in here. Evening, anyone here using or tried the Moza force feedback base? I have not. What was that all about? I obviously missed something there. But we'll let her get on back on course here, friends. We're good. Your Navi Ace joystick list for 1 mil on your website. Oh, is it just so things aren't ordered? Is that so things aren't ordered, Winwing? Because I know right now with some of the stuff that's going on, and I mentioned this earlier, that you had mentioned to order stuff if you're in the U.S. from the U.S. site. Let's go ahead and switch this. So I'm going to go to the FCU. And we're going to go ahead and push. And are we still at 1012? So you can see here, I got the left EFIS, the right EFIS, and the FCU. And of course, you all can't see that because I had the camera switched. But there we go. There's all the Winwing stuff, the EFS left and right, and the FCU. So I just got that program for the QNH on the left and right first officer. We've got the altitude set. And we've got this set to 20 arc, and we're not doing necessarily needed to do the landing system since we are doing the RNAV approach. This is going to be interesting. What in the flop? I don't know why it just like turned on me. I must have missed like a waypoint or something, but that's okay. Let's check our flight plan. 206, Lesser 105, so 206. So oh man, we need to drop some speed here, like big time. Aviation Spotter says, yes, Symphonic, look at your flight plan on the display. That's not correct. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm doing direct to Evaki, and then we're going to turn around and get this thing landed here. So we slow down and we'll come into TNCM. Arm approach. Thank you. Give me a second. I need to get this thing turned and burned here. There we go. This is going to be a hairpin turn, by the way. Yeah, I know. Don't you love that? The sharklet equipped. Isn't that awesome? All right, I'm going to go ahead and take the spoilers out. Arm approach, and so we're going to go ahead and do that arm approach. So here we got the approach. We'll arm that. Let's go ahead and get some flaps in. Huh, my flaps didn't just work there, so let's go ahead and manually do it. There we go. There they come. Okay, turn and burn, Mav. All right, now it's going to switch to lesser, and here we go. Let's go ahead and drop the landing gear. You can see the LEDs are coming on with the Bravo. So you got the red lights, and we'll see these turn green, which is kind of cool. There we go. Why my flap lever isn't working. I might need to go back and get that set. Here we go. There we go. Getting back on track here, Kyle. Going a little too slow. Get our speed back up here. All right, there we go. Autopilot back on. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. All right, thank you, Kyle. Here, let me get this set. Autopilot. I got approach still there, but maybe I have to reset it. There we go. Is my auto throttle on? My auto throttle's on. Too high, though. Way too high. I'm just going to hand fly this now. Yeah, I did that, but it didn't. What is going on? Why does that keep going up? There we go. I think I have something that's not quite mapped right, because there we go. I'm just gonna stick flat now. I don't know what's going on, but we'll go ahead and turn the cameras on below. Let's arm the spoilers once I get this out. Also need to get the brakes set, landing lights. All right. I don't know what happened there. I was like thrown off when there must have been like a waypoint or something that wasn't quite right, but we got her settled here, hopefully. Okay, I can't watch chat anymore because I got to focus here. But yeah, aviation, I saw some of that. So, I didn't originally have them in toga though. I put them in climb mode, back in climb mode, but we're just gonna manually land this now because obviously I got something messed up here, but we'll make it work out. Don't you worry, friends. We'll make it work. We always do. A little bit high. I do have the flaps hopefully all the way down. Come on, baby, land. Come on. Okay, reverse. I know I've done better before, but we got her down. She's down. She's down. Down to Chinatown. There we go. Thanks, Captain Red Sky. Wang says, a little exclusive tip for everyone in Symphony Extreme. I'm missing this. I'm too focused on landing. What is happening? What did Winwing say? Okay, let me get over here and stop, because it sounds like there may be some news, friends, that we have from our good friends over at Winwing. My Ursa Minor is still vibrating. There, she stopped. All right, let me get the parking brake on. Okay, so what is let me catch up on chat, because I had to go to manual mode and stick fly to say I'm batting 1,000 right now, Aviation Spotter, on the whole hand flying with the stick mode. I'm telling you. Let's see. Yeah, now I got all the Monday morning quarterbacks coming in on me here. Let's see here. Winwing, a little exclusive tip for everyone in the Symphony channel. Let's see here. Winwing, some news might come up in a few weeks about a new desktop mount product from us. That is awesome. Let's give it up. That is good news, Winwing. Actually, that's good timing too, because Winwing, actually somebody had asked me how well it worked with the mounts that you have, and one of the things I would mention is I do like the fact that you guys provide the mounts. Just if you want to just put it on your desktop, you can. But that's exciting to hear that you're having that coming in and having an option available for a desktop mount. Awesome. I'd definitely be interested in it. All right. Silent Hill Bandit in the house. What's up in chat? Just dropping in to say hi. Silent Hill, say hi. We've got Winwing with us, my friend. Winwing is here. See, now I got to get all caught up in chat. I'm so far behind. Let's see. Send over. Screenshot. Turn and burn. Yo, I know the guy. What's up, Silent? CP65 gave me a 6/10. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's even generous, CP. Captain Howdy says, thank you, Winwing. And CFF says, now let's go land her on a nearby St. Bart. Do we dare? Oh, God. I don't know. What time is it? Do we do something stupid and insane like that? Maybe. I don't even know. After what I just had happen to me, I don't even know if I want to dare go there. But let's see. We've got a lot of our friends coming in. Winwing, I want to say thank you again. Everybody, let's give a shout out to Winwing for joining our stream tonight and for them being such good partners with the channel, with our channel and our community, and providing such great products. They continue to pump out. And Winwing, we do it. Thank you, CFF. We do appreciate you being here. Like Captain Red Sky saying, CFF 121, Silent Hill, and everybody else. It's so awesome to have you come in here. We appreciate it, Winwing. You guys are awesome. You guys are just awesome. And I'm not saying that just to say it. I'm saying it because it's true. All right, we got Phoenix Plays coming in. Phoenix coming in. And you arrived just in time for the shit show where I had the navigation thing. I must have missed a waypoint or something, but hey, I can still land the plane. I don't have to have it on auto land, right? Aviation Spotter and Kyle, like aces down, dropping in the auto land. Gotta tease him because he's not here. Here comes Phoenix Plays, friends. Here we go. Let's see how you do, Phoenix. Phoenix, by the way, Winwing, Phoenix just got your MCDU. They just picked your, they received your make do and are, I think, trying it out for the first time tonight or what, but not sure, but they just picked it up, which is awesome. Gear, yeah, gear. Oh, a little rubber, ooh, look at, no, Phoenix, don't be auto-landing. Did you auto-land that, Phoenix? How about that, friends? And I appreciate Bats being here to judge the landing challenges. Here comes Summer Kyle. It'll probably be amazing landing, I'm sure. Look at him come in. Slick as snot. Nice. Nice. That was a nice landing there, Kyle. Good job, buddy. Wow. I think he's got it right now. Kyle's such a professional. He is a professional. He's Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago, aviation spotter. Didn't you hear? Here comes Delt Gam in the A320. We also have Big Steve in the Concorde, which is actually showing up. I've never flown the Concorde. I need to fly the Concorde sometime. Actually, is Chipper Sneeze still here? Is Chipper still with us? I almost forgot to say some exciting news, Chipper. So if he's still here, otherwise I'm just going to save it. I'm just going to hold out. Except that most people are early. You have the win so far. Really? No way. No way I have the win right now. There, Winwing says, have fun with the MCDU Fenix. Awesome. That is fantastic. Yeah, he's loving it already. Actually, we were talking about it, Winwing. He's loving the tactile feel, the feedback on these buttons. If it wasn't weird, I'd probably take the MCDU to bed with me, but I think Mrs. Symphoniac would think that's weird. What's happening with Big Steve here? Almost in the drink right now. There we go. I gotta fly the Concorde at some point. Nice job there, Big Steve. Is Chipper Sneeze in here? There he is. Chipper is here. Why is Chipper not responding in chat? He probably stepped away from an orange whip. What do y'all think? Chipper Sneeze with the orange whip, right? Took out the locals on Maho Beach. Nice. Big Al says, Winwing, any chance you'll ever come out with a cyclic to go with your Orion 2 Black Shark Collective? I have already. There's a good question for you, Winwing. Here comes Delt. Hey, and I actually asked Winwing, since you're here, I already told people not to ask you how much the Boeing yoke is going to be. The Taurus Boeing yoke. That full-size son of a gun. That I would take to bed with me. I'd just have Mrs. Symphony. I'd just be like, you're weird. Smooth, Turn and Burn says. Absolutely. It'll be, yeah, it's going to be some dollars for sure. For sure, Bats. We know this. We know it to be true. But I'm sure it'll be worth it. Oh yeah, it'll be 1,000. It'll be over 1,000, I'm sure. Also, I need to protect my CFI certificate here. Oh yeah. Well, Aviation Spotters, you work on your Aviation Spotters going to be a real world commercial pilot. He's working on that now, which is great. We've real world. Actually, a lot of folks from Winwing, like Tony. I don't know. Winwing, Tony has like his, what was it? He's got a 737 rating. He's a captain of that. 757, 767. I was trying to remember what else he mentioned. I think he was a first officer of the 74, maybe. A lot of Boeing stuff, which is great because you guys have the PAP-3. When are we going to get the EFIS units from you guys? I need the EFIS to like finalize my stuff so I can get back into the Boeing stuff. Although you guys sent me the PAP-3 and the PFP, which is a delight as well. But then, when I go and use the, which is great, the PAP-3, I go to use it and then I'm like reaching for the EFIS thing. Like, oh shit, no, I can't do that with this yet. And I can't wait to get, I know Max is sending me over your magnetic switch for the auto throttle. Can't wait to get my hands on that and do a video on how easy it is to replace that on the PAP-3. That'll be amazing. As we wait for Delt to show. All right, here comes Delt. Delt's coming in. Delt Gam 88. Here he comes. And he's also flying the A320. Let's see how he does. And Delt also has Winwing gear. Delt's been loving that. He just wishes that Winwing would have came, earlier before he spent thousands of dollars on his other gear. But we're still happy that all of you can benefit from the Winwing stuff and not have to spend thousands of dollars like Dell did to have that immersion. I still don't get how Winwing, how you guys make this stuff and have it available as cheap as you do. It's rather mind-boggling. But hey, we're not gonna argue it. We're gonna love it. Is there no instrument rating for glider? Oh, no. That's a joke. I know. That's funny. Here comes Delgam. It looks like he's got his spoilers on to me. It's looking good, Delt. Looking fantastic, buddy. I don't know if it's enough to beat me or Kyle. Oh, you floated her a little bit, just like me. And I know that Bats was completely joking because I floated mine just like you just did there. Down the runway a ways. Hey, man, it happens to the best of us, Dell. I did the same thing. All right. And is Prince Island with us? I don't know if Prince Island is with us. Did we get everybody? Did everybody land? What time is it? It's almost 9:30. It's time for me to get my dino nuggets, I think, Captain Howdy, if you're still here. EFIS might come out later this summer. Fantastic. That is, you all heard it first here. You all heard it here. Thank you, Winwing. Guy is a drug running at 44 feet. No, that's good news. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait. Because I love flying the PMDG and the Boeing aircraft, and I love I love all this stuff that we have with the SimApp Pro and continuous improvements. I swear, you guys on your SimApp Pro, there's like an update like every other week, and it's good to see because that means there's improvements, right? Bats, did we get? Who did we get? Who won it? Who won the landing challenge tonight? Bats, do we have a winner? Who's the winner, Bats? We gotta leave it to you. Chipper Sneeze. So while Bat's gonna type in chat here on who the winner is for tonight's landing challenge, honest to God, Chipper, I was hoping that I would be ready tonight to fly the Antonov AN, and I did do a flight. In fact, I posted a picture of it on Tuesday night, and I wasn't quite ready yet. So I'm hoping next Wednesday, I know you've been waiting for this, buddy, but we'll be in 2024, hopefully next Wednesday, and we'll give it a chance to fly the Antonov. Bats, there's no way I won that. Everyone was early or bounced? Seriously. Even Kyle? Because Kyle looked like he was dead on. SimFanatics landing was illegal, though. Hey, man, Aviation Spotter, any landing that you can walk away from and you haven't damaged your airplane is a good landing, like they say, right? Did you lawn dart? I did not lawn dart. How in the world did I win that? There's no way. Who would be the runner-up then, Bats? Everybody right now, Bats, is thinking that I paid you a little something on the side to say that I won that, because obviously I was stick flying that all the way down to the frickin' runway, and I was not expecting the issue that I had, but neither was I a week ago. But we got the JetBlue livery. It's looking good. All right, I got to get a screenshot of everybody here. Check in with OG. Nice, okay. And I'm going to get a screenshot here. But I just want to go ahead and say, I know it's a little bit shorter stream. I might actually do a members-only Call of Duty stream in a little bit here. For those of you that are members and do appreciate it. I got to do members only when I do Call of Duty because I'm kind of let's just put it this way. I may have a few colorful metaphors that come out that may injure Maple's ears. So I want to keep it clean for the family and the friends, everything here. But I'm not promising anything. I got to go talk to Mrs. SimFanatic. I got to get a little dino nuggets in my stomach. And then after that, if there's still some time and anyone wants to join that's a member can join, or join us in Discord. That's a way around it, too. If you go to our Discord server, I usually stream in there as well. So join our Discord server. If you don't mind a little bit of colorful metaphors, yes, Johnny Mon, the language, exactly. And when am I going to get Aviation Spotter to pick up Call of Duty? Winwing says, got to go back to work. Enjoy the rest of the stream and have a good night, guys. Hey, Winwing, thanks again. We appreciate you being here. Awesome. Did you get you probably messaged me already, Winwing. I did send a couple videos in the vertical mode, and again, appreciate you plugging our channel as well in your social media, and then dropping in what I have for my configuration for cockpit. And again, thank you for your continued support, Winwing. Let's give it up to Winwing again. One more time. Shout out in chat, would you, friends, to Winwing for being here tonight and for being great partners for our channel.
The landing challenge tonight.
Johnny Mon, thank you for the $2 dono. Appreciate it, buddy. A shout out to Johnny Mon for that. Johnny says, I won the landing challenge tonight. There we go. Johnny Mon, thank you again for the $2 dono. Appreciate it. Thank you, Captain Howdy, for dropping in the likes for Winwing. Bats for that. And Kyle and all the rest of you all. Got your video. We'll work on it later. No worries. Hey, man. Whenever you have time. No expectations. Just appreciate your partnership. Winwing, say, have a great night. And I will try to catch you. I'm going to catch Winwing, you guys that are at Flight Sim Expo. I know not everybody from Winwing can make it, but hopefully I'll catch you at some point, buddy. Thank you all for joining and for sending some love to Winwing for being here. That is incredible. Do appreciate it. Johnny Mon says, great stream, SimFanatic. Take care, all. Johnny Mon, thanks again for the $2 dono. Appreciate it. CFF, thank you for joining. Captain Howdy, thank you for joining. Captain Howdy says, see aviator message above, aviation spotter. Let's see, there's a bunch of them. Let me see. Which one did I miss? Keep us posted on your CFI. I'm sure that's not me because I'm not working on my well, maybe. Well, I am working on it, but at some point. SimFanatic says, check with OG for the winner. Who got it? Oh, Marion Harris donated $24. Marion Harris, chip a sneeze, dropping it 24. I bet that's for the Antonov that we're going to be flying next week, right? Now I'm set. Now I've got to do it, regardless if it is a crapshoot or not. Give it up to Marion Harris.
24 smile.
Give it up to Marion Harris, along with for Marion Harris and Johnny Mon for those donations. Marion Harris, thank you, and I won't do the SimFanatic Shuffle because I know you don't like it. And, dude, thank you so much to you and Johnny Mon for those donations. And then, who gave us a $5 dono earlier? That was Marshaw13. Marshaw, if you're still here, thank you for that. Let's see, Aviation Spider says, SimFanatic, I said, if only Captain Howdy could place the OD. Exact. Well, I know what you're saying, right? I got to buy some aircraft, which I do got to get on. I just spent $600 on airfare. But it's for a good cause, right? But no, I do need to pick that stuff up. But like, so those of you that have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you can get Call of Duty for free. By the way, Captain Howdy, all you need is actually probably already has that. Is like getting me to buy these other aircraft, and then it's like, oh, SimFanatic, I went ahead and bought the Call of Duty Black Ops. Anyway, friends, thank you for joining us tonight. Phoenix Aviation, let's give it up to Phoenix Aviation. Again, Captain Howdy, thank you for the orange whips, and Marion Harris for dropping in that dono. Aviation Spotter, I know you're busy. Thank you, sir, for joining us tonight. I appreciate you being here as well, Aviation. You're always a pleasure. Brett Plays says, thanks, SimFanatic. Blue skies, and may the fuel be with you. Blue skies to you, Brett Plays, and may the fuel be with you, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight as well. CFF 121, Johnny Mon, hell of a guy, by the way. Again, Winwing, thanks so much for your partnership and being here tonight. Bats, dude, you're rocking. You're rocking the moderator role. I knew you would, man. Thank you for being here. Talk about moderators. Kyle, thank you, sir. You helped me out tonight, as you usually do. When you can make it, I get it. You, Aviation Spotter, and others are super busy. I get it, man. Captain Howdy, thank you for being here. Speaking of my moderators, give it up. Let's give it up to the moderators tonight, can we? Moderators being here. Turn and Burn, thank you. Big Al, thank you for joining us tonight. Icebird, thank you, sir. It says, nice work. Thank you, Icebird, for being here. And I know I'm going to miss some of you. I don't want to bore you all as I call you all out. But this is our channel, so I like to call you out. Dag nabbit. Who did I miss? I called Turn and Burn, CFF 121. Pilot Rick, I knew I could miss you. Pilot Rick, thanks for joining us tonight. And I think I got everyone, at least those that are talking right now in chat. But friends, and for all the rest of you, because we're still at 39 watchers. Wow. Thank you, friends. I mean, seriously, thank you. And for those of you that are going to be at Flight Sim Expo, June 27th through the 29th, that'd be the Friday through the Sunday, I cannot wait to meet you, or at least see you again, like you, Del. Del, speaking of moderators, I don't want to forget about you, Del. Del, thank you, brother. Let's give it up to Del. Being here. Del, good to see you. I know you're super busy too, man. But appreciate it, Chipper Sneeze, and everyone. But I can't wait to see you guys for the first time, or for the second time, or even for the third time, like you, Pilot Rick, and Del, and some of the others. Cannot wait to see you at Flight Sim Expo. But can't wait to see you this Saturday. So we'll be doing a GA flight this Saturday. Watch for that. I'll get it scheduled. And until then, friends, stay safe. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Blue skies, friends. This is SimFanatic saying good day and signing off. Good night.
you should stay in the dark after you had it to a place too far away. All those crazy thoughts are going through my mind. A part of me I can't escape. Our love was so sublime. It doesn't make no sense if you're not here again. If the only one is gone, who will be there for me to say? We'll come back to the
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking